welcome everyone back.
Are we live?
We are live. We are live. I want to welcome everyone back into I Can't Lie. You know what I'm saying? By the way, it's funny. Last week, my brother told me, Subz, you must have repeated that like good 10 times throughout the podcast. He thought you were doing marketing, bro.
Oh, bro.
What? I can't lie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he did like 10 times.
Like the way we came about with that name, it was because we're trying to think of something that we say a lot, and then now it just comes across like we're marketing that, like we're doing it on purpose.
I didn't even notice I said it. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if I don't even know if I say the phrase, bro. Now that I think about it.
No, you say.
I think
I
for
say,
you,
yeah, okay,
I think
cool.
for you, it's I'm not gonna lie. You say that a lot.
I'm not gonna lie, yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds like fitting.
And
It sounds
do you know
fitting.
what it is when I'm speaking to people on the phone now, I clock everyone else says I can't lie. It's just a good starter to a sentence.
It's a yeah.
All right, let me do the introductions.
Do
It's
the
our
intro,
boy.
man.
It's our boy Subz over here
Yeah.
on the far end.
The one
Got,
and only.
got the big man Mo. You know what I mean? In his brand new Costco socks. You know what I mean? Looking good.
All the reflective thing.
You said it was freaking
Shining in the dark.
shining, bro.
These are haters, bro.
And I'm
You man can't show your socks.
I
I
am
dare
happy.
you lot.
No, I could show myself. I've got the exact same pair, but just in
You
black and
don't
blue.
have this pair, bro.
Bruv.
It's special edition. Are
Bruv,
you
look.
taking off the socks?
I'm taking off the socks, bruv. I told you, bruv. I got the same one.
You just
Look.
pulled it out.
All right, you actually do.
Let me take off my shoe, bruv. Just to prove a point. You know what I mean? But anyway, yeah, I'm Hashi. And again, we're back for the third episode. You know what I'm saying?
You
know what I
Got
mean?
hats on this week.
I'm always wearing a hat. You know what I mean? With
I
my
have an
hairline.
excuse, but I ain't gonna trim, so
Is it? One of them ones.
yeah, man.
Okay, you man. Let's not waste any time and let's jump into the first topic. Yeah, which is a very, very important topic, a big topic, which is the Ahmaud Arbery verdict that happened in America, and it's one of like the big. For me, it was so sad because it was literally a 21st century lynching. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to obviously like distress people and stuff like that. We're going into the details, but these man, they chased this brother down. You know what I mean? He was just going on a simple jog. You know what I'm saying? An innocent man, just running. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean? It was already hard enough to be a black man anywhere, but you know what I mean? But especially in America, man. You know what I'm saying?
It's a
The
tough
fact
place
that-
in America, man.
And
It's
they can,
a tough place.
and you know, most of them walk around strapped. You know what I'm saying? In most countries, you know what I mean? And they don't even have to let people know. They can even hide it and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's difficult, man. But for me, the verdict was,
When did the killing happen?
it happened
Was that
a little over last year.
Yeah, was it?
Yeah,
I
I
believe
think
it was
a little under last year, I believe.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
And was
But-
it like one person or?
It was.
like a
I think.
group
I
of
believe
It was
people?
3 guys.
it
Yeah.
was 3 guys. I believe it was. Was it 3 guys? I remember always seeing pictures of 2 guys.
No, it was 3
3
together.
guys.
Yeah.
But I think it was at the height of like the BLM movement. Innit? It was during
Okay.
that time, I believe,
Okay.
wasn't it?
And do you
Yeah.
not know where it happened? Like
It was
where
in
exactly
Texas.
in America?
It was in like deep south, innit?
Yeah.
It was in
And-
like, and we're gonna come into that to
But-
talk about that.
But
yeah.
for me, like the guy, one of the main guys is some really some fat redhead guy in it, and you look at him. I'm not gonna lie, audience. This guy looked like the typical. You know what I mean? Like you couldn't even write a more like if I told you this guy's. I'm gonna take a picture of a racist guy. You know what I'm saying? This guy would be it. You know what I mean? One of them ones. And by the way, like when the verdict went down, it wasn't more like people were happy, stuff like that. It was more relief in it, because you've seen so many times where a verdict like that comes in and it goes the other way,
apparently,
and you're not shocked.
Apparently, his pops, Ahmaud Arbery's pops, was like, "Woo!"
Yeah. Oh,
And they were like, "Nah, you gotta leave."
you gotta leave.
So wait. The guys got found guilty. yeah?
All of
Yeah,
them,
they
on all counts.
I don't believe this is the 28th or Sunday when we're saying this, so something might come out since then. I don't know, but I don't believe they've sentenced them yet.
Oh, okay.
But they're looking like it's gonna be life.
Okay.
So it's mad, and that's what's crazy to me. Yeah, it's like you said, it was relief, but it was a bit of shock too, because it's kind of like these lot in the South, they killed a black guy,
They lynched him,
and
basically.
they're not getting away with it.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
mad,
yeah,
bro.
that
When
is
you think
mad.
about it, do you know what I'm trying to say?
That is
Stuff
mad,
like
bro.
this doesn't happen, bro.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's crazy. It's crazy that something like that happens, and there's even a possibility that it could go the other way. Like they get found not guilty.
Yeah.
Like, that's just mad.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah,
so
look at the George Zimmerman thing. Like, I'm still shocked to this day that he got away
Even
with
the
that.
other one, bro. The
Carl
Rittenhouse.
Yeah.
But you see with that one, yeah, it's like there's so much like moving parts in that story.
Yes.
Where it could be seen as my man could have been defending himself.
Mm-hmm.
That's why that one, him not getting a thing, is kind of like I could see that coming. Do you know what I'm trying to say? With this brother here, yeah. I don't see. Obviously, the justice system, these messed up lawyers, they could do anything, judges, whatever. But I don't see any way this guy can. These brothers can
maneuver.
these brothers can maneuver. Like it's mad for them, bro. So and they just fuck, bro. Safe, man.
No, America's a crazy place, man.
Yeah, my man was just running,
very
bro.
crazy place. Like things like that. Like for me, I would say like I can't brush everyone with the same. Like I can't paint everyone with the same brush.
Yeah.
And we have to say that, innit? Because it's fair to say like not everybody is. Yeah, not everyone in America is racist or whatever it is, innit? But it's just crazy out there that things like this is still happening. In our day, in our time and age, especially the history as well.
Yeah, and it's one of those ones where obviously there's many problems still in regards to kind of race relations, stuff like that. Yeah. But we still have to kind of admit the fact that we've come a long way. You know what I mean?
We've come a long way, but there's still a long way to go.
Yeah, that's probably the best way to put it.
It's like baby step improvements, isn't it?
Yeah,
exactly.
It's not really leaps and bounds. Yeah, but like you said, it is improving, which is good, but you'd wish it would be more of an improvement than just the little things. You know?
like you know this.
Because sometimes it would like, sorry to cut you off.
Yeah, go on.
But sometimes it's kind of like, here, black people, take this one and shut up for like the next few years.
Yeah.
And then the next one, all right, fine, we'll give you this one. Now just be quiet for a little bit. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's like,
like when you look at it on the flip side, like when you look at the amount of people that are serving time or have served like 18, 20, 30 years of their life in jail for a crime that they've never committed, and you only find out. Like I was watching a documentary on Netflix,
or a crime that doesn't amount to that long. Like
I was watching
like
a documentary on Netflix, and it was about basically it was a place in America. I can't remember where exactly, but there was something happening in the area, the same crime, whereby someone was going into the houses of a family, and they would pick up like the child in the family, and it was a case of a 3-year-old and a 6-year-old, I believe. And what would happen is that it's tough to say, innit? But
wait, what do you mean pick up? I'm sorry, I'm a bit lost. Sorry.
Like someone will, like the guy that was committing the crime, would break into the house, abduct the child, do a madness, which I don't really want to go into detail with, and then dispose of their body, kill them, basically. And the crazy thing is that at the time they just picked up a random black guy, and they started using, I think they call it like teeth forensics or something, because the children were bitten as well, and they had this guy who was supposedly an expert in the field for like forensic with teeth and that, and they convicted one guy based on his teeth and the bite marks on the child, convicted him for, I think he done like 18 years in prison, and another guy was doing like 15 years in prison, and they found out that after some time, a guy, like, you know, these attorneys picked up the case again, and they found out that it wasn't the guy that went jail or went prison for that. The same crime got committed a couple of years of him being into prison. So they realized it can't be him. He can't do it from inside the prison.
God
so that's just like 2 examples of a crime that is just like.
Subz, I don't know how you can watch that, bro. For me, I just get so upset. I get so angry.
It rages you, innit?
Just shake, bro. I start shaking my head, stuff like that.
It's infuriating, man.
Bro, I get so upset, man.
Because if you think of it now, imagine you get locked up at the age of 18. You do like 30 years. That's your life done.
That's your life gone, yeah.
For a crime that you never committed. Even if you're given money after, you can't substitute money for time, for life experiences, time you spend with your family, time you spend with your children, things like that. You can't substitute money.
That's the thing. That's the thing with these kind of things, you guys. Like, time is so important. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Time is one of the most important things. You know what I mean? in many ways, it's way more valuable than money.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
like, and these kind of cases and stuff like that we've seen and stuff like that, where we've seen like what people that have committed these crimes against black people, you know what I mean? And many a time in the past they've got away with it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whereas black people on minimal, what do you call it, evidence, a lack of evidence, very, very shaky.
They're so quick
you know what I mean?
to get them put in, man.
You know what I mean?
And it's a thing where, like, that's when you talk about systematic racism. Like, when you talk about racism isn't just somebody in the street calling you a derogatory term, or, you know, saying something to offend you based on your color.
Yeah.
But there is systematic racism as well. And when you look at America, when you look at the justice system, for example, and even other parts of the world, like, the system is made for
even
for
like what
black
you're
people
saying
to
about
fail there.
even like what you're saying about how like they just targeted this black guy with these bite marks. Said that even like their facial recognition, it's never to like the facial recognition that police and stuff use, apparently, like, it's never, I don't know what word I'm trying to use, but it never like it kind of targets black people.
The EFIT, you
know what I'm trying to say?
Is it called EFIT?
I don't know what it's called.
I think it's EFIT.
But the way the programming and the algorithms are,
do you
know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I know
it
exactly
supports
what you mean.
more than it would, the other.
Because how many times, probably, I don't know if
race.
Subz probably had this experience.
I don't really know how to explain it, guys. We're looking into the facial recognition stuff.
No, it's EFIT. It's EFIT.
Is it EFIT?
I'm pretty sure. But probably Subz has probably had this where you're driving. When I first started to drive, because I started to drive very young, innit, like around 18, innit, and probably the first 3 years, I was getting stopped on the regular.
100%.
You know what I mean? And they would tell me, you fit the description of a known drug dealer in the area.
Oh, bro.
Stuff like that.
I had.
That's mad. Is that not mad?
Bro.
If you deep that, isn't that crazy?
I had the same
I'm a
thing
young boy.
outside his mum's house.
Oh, yeah.
Outside his mum's house,
was
they're
a
telling
madness,
me I'm some drug dealer from Harrow.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you talking about, bro?
We'll pull up outside my mum's house, and there's 2 police cars behind us. The second we park up outside my mum's house, they were following us to time. They put their lights on. 5 minutes in, there's like 5, 6 police cars.
Ain't that mad?
Is that
Ain't that mad?
It's
The same thing. The same thing happened to me in
they're
Hoods.
saying to him,
It's mad,
yo,
bruv.
like, you look familiar. Like,
Yeah.
we know you.
You look familiar, like
There's
I've
one
never
friend was
spoken
on
to
to
you
me.
in
I
my
don't know
life.
why.
I've never interacted with you in my life.
the worst thing. Me and Hoods were going football. Yeah, these guys must have been following us the time. We didn't know, innit? Like, they stopped us just before we got there, about 5 minutes before we got there, and we're already late, innit? Like, it's peak, bro.
But sorry, continue.
Bro, and the way these guys stopped us, we're young boys, innit? We're just going football. The way some like proper bold white guy, like older guy, just comes up, he knocks it on my window. His rings, innit, on my window, innit, right in front. I'm right there. There's no need for him to knock. I don't get it. He goes, turn off the engine. You know what I mean? Turn it off. We're just in shock. You know what I mean? And then 3 other cars come. For 2 boys.
It's mad.
That's how,
The thing
that's how
is,
they
like,
move, man.
it's sad to say, innit? Like, I don't know what people are experiencing now. I don't know how it is now, because now that I'm older, I don't really get stopped. I don't get stopped, to be honest. with
For
you.
me, it happens
Nah,
now once or twice a year now.
When we were
Whereas
younger,
before it used to happen every other month, every other week for me.
every
before.
time this guy got like a new car or something like that, I feel like the first few months they were just stopping.
Yeah, they would say things like,
stopping us every time.
You're like, this car's marked on our system for drugs and this and that. Man, I'm thinking
Every single time, bro.
you've never interacted.
Every single time,
It's
fam.
never been that. So the thing is, though, what I was about to say is that is, say, late teens when I'm like driving and things like that. But that process and that, like, I guess, sort of interaction with the police started much younger than that.
Yeah,
It started 12, 13 years
searched
old.
on road.
Stopped and
Yeah,
searched. And the thing is,
Yeah.
like, I used to get stopped and searched like maybe 3-4 times in a day.
Trust me.
Where I used to get to the point where I learned that I have to get some sort of slip to say that I've been stopped already.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I had one of those. Yeah,
And it's just, I don't know, man. It's mad. Like, I realized back then I was a lot more hot headed. I was a lot more like, do you know what I mean? Like, my experience, my interaction with them was a negative one. But as I've grown older,
At some
like,
points it becomes like routine as well.
it
though.
becomes, that's what I'm saying.
You
it
kind of
becomes
just
a
brush
routine.
it off after a
Yeah,
little while.
I
as well.
I
Like,
bury
it's
it.
normal, but
You
it's
know,
not normal,
it's
bro.
bro.
normal,
Exactly,
yeah.
it's not
Shit
normal.
shouldn't be okay. Like, yeah.
I buried all that. Honestly, like I had a letter just like that,
Yeah.
and I must have been telling some people like I was working with a couple of years ago, and they were in shock. You know what I mean? And it was, I felt like it was nothing in it.
Yeah,
But they said that's ridiculous. That's
Bro, it's
absolutely
embarrassing,
crazy.
bro. Sometimes like getting stopped in front of like an auntie, you know, or searched in front of an auntie, you know, or someone that knows your family.
Oh yeah.
It's yeah, man. I hate that.
It's not the one. And that's the thing, like for me, like from all of those experiences that I've had across the years, like when you ask me on my outlook on police, once again, I can't paint everyone with the same brush. But my experience then, when I think about police, not really a positive thing that I think about them, man, because of all of my experiences that I've been through. But on the flip side as well, if I have to be fair, like I've had some good experience with police officers as well, some other ones, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's been a straightforward process, like it's not been, so. But like
I can't. Yeah, I don't know if I can outwardly say like I've had a good experience with them, but obviously the negative. You think way more about the negative ones than anything in it.
Of course.
If there's always more negative ones. Like us three, take us three, just us three, right?
Yeah,
now. Have we all had more negative experience with the police than positive?
100%.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Bro, that says a lot,
100%.
man.
But that's the thing though, like because I know
For me, the positive don't mean it don't mean nothing.
I've never had
most
one.
of the
If I'm
time,
being honest, I've never had
a
one.
positive one. I can't think of one.
If I'm
Really.
being honest, I've never had one.
Unless like, nah, I can't think of one, bro.
Bro, I've had one where it should have been positive, where my car broke down. I'm fasting. It's one like a proper hot day, and my car's blocking the road, innit? So I'm trying to push it. You know what I mean? I've got the handbrake up, trying to handbrake down, trying to push it. You know what I mean? To the side of the road, call AA, innit? Police come by the side of me and they say, "What are you doing?" I said, "Look, what does it look like? My car broke down." You know what I mean? And the guy's getting out, and I'm thinking he's gonna help me out. You know what I mean? Just as a normal human being, you know what I mean? A reaction, innit? Because I'm blocking the road, people are beeping, stuff like that.
Yeah.
He comes out and says to me, "License, please."
whilst you're pushing.
Whilst I'm pushing,
He's
can I have a license?
He's
Can I see your license, please?
cold. He's cold.
Are you insured to drive? He said.
He's cold.
Well, I was. Do you know? It's one of the ones where, like, bro, I was so obvious. I was starving in it because and I was so tired because I was pushing it for a good 10 minutes beforehand, and I wanted to freaking go off on these guys.
Yeah.
But I know if I do that, I'm gonna get arrested. That's criminal record stuff, innit? So I just quietly, passive aggressively, just like threw my thing on the floor and continued pushing in it. You know what I mean? I literally threw my license on the floor and continued pushing. You know what I'm saying right there. You know what I mean? There you go.
Yeah.
And I just continued pushing in it. Are you gonna help me, guys? They said we're gonna quickly check this in the thing. So I continued pushing while they checked. Well, I'm getting upset now.
I shouldn't even be laughing.
I'm getting upset now.
It's funny, but he's that guy.
By the way, and then they checked. Everything was okay as it always is, isn't it? You know what I mean? There was never a problem in the first place. And then you think after that they'll be like, you know what? That's kind of bad.
So
let's help him out.
Like,
Nope. They dipped.
So
Well, people are still beeping. You know how bad it got? Someone that was in the car behind saw it, innit? Some like construction worker guy saw it. Well, he felt bad for me. He goes, "That's absolutely ridiculous." You know what I mean? They're taking a piss, and he helped me. You know what I'm saying?
It's that power.
So
bro,
what is there?
they
So
have,
what is there? Obviously, like from
I
you
got
lot's
PTSD from that one. I'm
perspective-
upset now.
From you lot's perspective, like, what is the solution? Like, how could that better?
It's
How could that
education,
be
man. It's
better?
education. Like even now, in terms of like Black History Month stuff like that. In this country, we get it in October, cold month. You know what I mean? Cold month.
What does that
Gets dark
contribute
very
to?
quickly. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's a very short, you know what I mean? And in America, it's February, you know what I mean? It's not even 30 days, bro. It's not even 30 days in America. You know what I mean? And other groups, they get their months in the summer, you know what I mean?
No, I think
June,
I
July,
think
you know what I mean?
education is
August, you know what I mean?
think
May.
education is definitely key. 'Cause,
Education is key, but
like,
yeah, go on.
no, I was just gonna say, like, the thing is, I've found now that the more life goes on, the more that I interact with people from other races, whether they're like Asian, whether they're white, whether they're whatever they are. Like, I've had a lot of useful conversations with people who actually want to be educated.
Yeah.
And it's a great conversation to have. Like, it's an open forum, and a lot of the times, like, the conversations that I have with people, they walk away thinking, shit, like, I never knew this, or I never knew that. And I think it's all about having conversations. It's all about educating people, and vice versa. Like, it's not just one way, you know, because there's a lot of things that I'm I'm not well informed on, you know. So
I just think a lot of these people need to grow up in diversity.
Mm.
yeah.
I think that's what the main thing is, man. Because
But that's why, like, you know what, places like London, for example, or if you go to a place like Birmingham or Manchester, places where like you don't really notice it or feel it. I don't know what you
say that one more time. Sorry.
Like places like London, Birmingham, Manchester, like where you've got it's a multicultural
Like a major
city.
Yeah.
Like you don't. I've not really felt it, bro. Like I felt racism when I went up to Liverpool, bro.
Yeah,
like I went up to Liverpool, and 5 minutes of me being in Liverpool, I had a car driving by saying, "Yo, go back to your country, you monkeys."
But see, this is the thing.
That's mad.
But see, this is the
crazy.
thing, yeah. Are certain man gonna be racist to us, man? Like the man them. Do you know what I'm trying to say? A lot of the time, the environment that we're in London and stuff like that, it doesn't allow for man them to be racist to us, yeah. But let me tell you something. I've heard it said to my dad when I was younger.
Yeah.
I've heard racism towards him and shit like that. So I can't say that it's not here. It's definitely here, but there is like the diversity
it's like
here helps. Like if you go to a group of feds right now, I guarantee you none of them are from London.
Yeah.
All of them from Sheffield. Or
But it's
this
weird,
or
like
that or the other.
it's
They don't get it,
the
bro.
thing is, like,
So they're just not gonna
like
treat us right.
There's like some sort of fear of what people don't understand. Because there's been times where I remember there was one time a couple of years ago I jumped on a train, and the lady opposite me straight away like gripped her hand. And in my head I'm thinking, if anything on this whole carriage, if something happened to you, I'll be the first person to help you out. Do you know what I mean? So,
and the worst thing is, grips in your thing isn't really gonna help.
If I was a thief, like if a thief really wanted to take your shit,
He's gonna
they
try
would
to,
take
bro.
it.
Yeah.
For me, I'm just.
I get it though. Like you're gonna clutch at whatever, I guess, if you're scared. But like the audacity, bro.
Yeah. For me, I don't know. Like I sit there thinking, it's not. Yeah. Like I don't know what your past experiences are or whatever it is with my kind of people, but for me, I'm the total opposite of that. Like I'm trying to say, like
I've heard some questionable things, seen some questionable things in the past. Like even in uni, you know, when people get drunk, they kind of let loose a bit. They say certain things in it. Yeah. I've heard some wild shit, bro.
Yeah. To be fair, drugs and alcohol, especially, like they just reveal who you really are, who you truly are.
That's what they say in
like
it, but I don't know. But either way, like. That filter is gone in it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they get comfortable. Certain people say certain things, or certain people say things in passing, not in a conversation with you, but you hear it because they don't know how to be quiet because they're drunk. Do you know what I'm trying to say? But yeah, man.
The thing for me, like, there's times where people have said some, they're not drunk or they're not high off anything.
Yeah.
Like, but they said some really ignorant shit.
Yeah.
And to them, it's not ignorant.
Yeah.
They don't know any better.
Yeah.
But from my point of view, you've got two options there. You can flip out and you can pretty much prove them right of what they think about you or what the stereotype they have in your head for you. Or you could educate that person. Do you know what I mean? Take a step back. Don't feed into your frustration, your anger, whatever it is.
You've had talking
and
of
educate the person.
But why can't you educate yourself? Like I didn't have to do mad education to know I don't call a Pakistani person that slur. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like some people I feel like are ignorant about being ignorant. Like it's like why are you not working?
But the thing is, you're talking the most. Like that
So
is
my thing
severe.
is-
That is severe.
No, but
But what I'm
where did you
talking
chat to this
about,
person?
what I'm talking about, like
Where did you-
my previous workplace
In London.
in London. Yeah.
If you live in London, you should try and learn it.
No. But
On
I
your
don't-
own
No.
accord.
I don't
Well,
think
it's
you
true.
don't understand. I'm not talking like you're talking about the most severe case. Someone
Okay.
calling you
Okay.
a slur. Like someone won't sit down next to you and
You're
call you
talking
that
about
slur.
okay.
It's the micro stuff.
Yeah,
Do you know what I
yeah.
mean, bruv? Like it's the micro stuff that I'm talking about. It could be a girl's got braids in and someone says to her, "Let me touch your hair."
Yeah,
It's like the
yeah.
micro things that
Yeah.
you just don't do.
Or a big one was like one time at work, some guy was like, I had to go pray in it, you know what I mean? I had to go pray and go, you got to pray again. And I'm like,
That's bad.
So like God gets it, man.
That's
I'm like,
bad.
yeah, Derek, I have to, yeah. Freaking idiot.
Yeah,
Man.
it's bad. It's
You
bad.
got pretty
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
But you know,
But for me,
talking of,
my experiences haven't been that mad, to be fair. I don't know if it's the people that I've come across, but a lot of the times people are curious. Like they want to understand. They might ask a question or this or that. For me, I think that's fine. That's the only way you're going to learn.
That's
really,
okay.
man.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's in a way it's also privilege and stuff like that. Like people, they've lived a certain way. So they don't feel like they have to kind of learn that stuff in it and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And whatever level that gets to, you know what I mean? You can get to a level where you're kind of like just a simple posh boy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What do you know?
Yeah.
What do you know about freaking Sudanese people, whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then you can get to the freaking heights where this freaking, the main Donny, freaking Boris Johnson. You man saw what this idiot did this week.
I see what you did.
You see what I did there, innit? That's a beautiful transition. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. You know what I mean? That was nice. That was nice.
Good too.
You know what I mean? So, you man. I put this in the group.
I can't believe we're talking about this.
I put this in a group for a reason because, again, it's one of those ones where in this life it's very, very hard to shock me these days.
I can't take you seriously when you're talking about this.
It's very hard to what?
To get shocked anymore by stuff you see. You know what I mean? Because in a way, we've kind of seen it all. You know what I mean? And we have the leader of this country, you know what I'm saying? The guy that's meant to be representing us across the world. You know what I'm saying?
He's a clown.
A supposedly very, very powerful person. You know what I mean? This guy is the biggest clown out there. You know what I mean?
100%.
You know what I mean? Bojo.
But he does it on purpose, bro.
You know what I mean? Just
He
for the
does it on
audience, just for the
purpose.
audience, Boris Johnson this week did a speech for a kind of a business group called the CBI. And he didn't have a teleprompter, and basically he was kind of going not off book, but he was kind of shuffling through his notes like an absolute idiot.
A cappella, bro.
You know what I mean?
It's
And he
freestyling.
started freestyling,
top,
just started
off the
saying
top.
mad stuff. Started talking about Peppa Pig and stuff like that. It was just, the guy's an absolute clown.
It's a cold freestyle.
But this is what I mean.
That's not a cold freestyle. No.
Nah, he's
No,
a
no, no.
cold
He's a
freestyle,
cold-
No, no.
bro.
He's a
If
cold-
that was on fire in the booth, there would be
His
no
pen
fire
game?
extinguisher sound. No.
His pen game.
No.
Yeah, untouchable,
like it.
bro. Untouchable. But I think he does it. He not even think, man. Let me stop myself, man. He does it on purpose, bro.
You reckon?
Like he does it on purpose,
Did
bro.
you see
Like he comes on camera, like he's just had the mad all nighter, bro. His hair's all over the place.
Shirt's not tucked
Shirt
in.
not tucked in. Bro, this
Belly
is the
hanging
lead-
out.
belly hanging- This is the leader of our country, bro.
Do you see him in the
He does
beginning
it
of
on
the
purpose,
video?
man.
He's shuffling. He's like, you know, you like do a presentation in uni or something like that, and you can't and then you carry on with your
Yeah.
like, sorry.
It's like a freaking like a uni presentation or
Sorry.
something. Bro.
And it's also my Peppa Pig. I'm like, brother, you have lost it, bro.
But this is why I say he does it on purpose, yeah, because your expectation of him is low. So when he f's up, you're not really like, yo, I expected better from this person, this, that. When he f's up, you're gonna look at it like, yo, I expected this, and that's it. You move on.
But you man, you know, the people that lead, yeah, and especially people that lead country stuff like that, politicians, you expect them to be like a level above in regards to kind of professionalism. You know what I mean?
100%.
And the way they comport themselves, the way they carry themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because they're what they're doing. You know what I mean? These kind of things are not meant for everyone. You know what I'm saying? In
Yeah.
regards to, you know, I'm saying there's no barrier of entry. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying the fact that, like, for me, like the level of scrutiny for that job, I could never do
I
something
couldn't do
like
it,
that.
man.
You know what I mean?
I couldn't, yeah, because do you know what? Every step you take is being watched. But what
I could do it.
I challenge you,
could do
lot,
it.
you can never do it.
Every step I take is better than his. I guarantee you. Every step I
Hey,
take
listen
is better
again,
than
but
his.
again, to be fair,
you seen-
Subz, like Boris he's such a low bar. Like, Mo could be right. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's the worst
exactly,
thing.
Exactly. But like the thing is, what you mentioned there, this guy.
I was about to say vote for president.
Vote for president.
Prime Minister.
You're an idiot, man. You're an idiot.
You a green card first, but yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, what you said is right, innit? Like you expect a leader of a country to be a level above when it comes to professionalism
Yeah.
and the way they carry themselves.
Yeah.
If you lot can name me one leader in this entire world that we live in, how many leaders do we have, right? Name one leader where there's a video where they're slide tackling a little youth, bro, or they're rugby tackling a youth.
By the way, he dislocated that
only
kid's shoulder, buddy. You know
That
that?
is his greatest moment.
That
You
is
man,
his greatest
you man,
moment.
he dislocated that kid's shoulder. Yeah. Also, we've got one of our boys, Hoods. He has like a not conspiracy theory, but he believes like to kind of like play into this kind of funny Bojo, you know what I mean? He's a man of the people thing. Remember that time when he was, I think was he going for mayor?
Hold on, stop a second. People called him Bojo.
Yeah, people call him Bojo. Yeah.
He's even got
Say
a
wallah.
nickname, bro.
Wallah, bro, people call him Bojo. 100%.
Have you heard this before?
I've heard it before, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you man call him Bojo?
No,
I'm taking a mic now.
This one hesitated.
I'm taking a mic now.
Hesitated.
I'm taking a mic now, but yeah, I usually do.
Behind closed doors.
He hesitated.
Bojo.
Bojo. You know what I mean?
Yeah, go ahead, sorry.
But yeah, like he was saying, Hoods was saying basically, like the way, do you know what? There was a time where he was hanging from a kind of thing, from like a climbing thing, and he was waving these Union Jack flags.
Oh,
and they kept him up there, innit?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
When he's wearing his full suit, man, and he's got everything just
tight.
and
I
tight.
remember this.
Apparently he was left up there, innit? He was told to be left up there, innit? As to kind of just be like a kind of jokey thing, innit? And like for more people to kind of like.
Was this him as prime minister before?
I think this was when he was going for mayor, I believe.
Mayor,
I could be wrong. I could be wrong, and I mean the audience can correct me if I'm wrong. You know what I mean?
He's always been like a little joke, man, isn't it?
He's always been a joke, man. Not even little, bro.
Bro, like, it's just so crazy.
It's
It's so embarrassing.
Like,
it's so embarrassing.
The best, yeah.
And he can do no wrong. This guy, you man all heard the fact that apparently, you know what I mean, allegedly he was chopping a side thing, you know what I mean?
No, bro, apparently my man chops, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
By the way,
yo,
shall I tell you, you know it's bad. You know it's bad. You know it's bad.
My man gets around, bro.
Bro,
how?
I don't know,
Mo, you know it's bad when he was asked directly,
Yeah.
How many kids do you have?
Youths do you
And
have?
he didn't want to answer the question.
What, he didn't know the answer?
He didn't want to answer the question.
Oh, he's a BD, bro.
He's
a baby daddy, bro.
I don't get it because
it's power, man. Money and power gets you a lot of things, bro.
Apparently these don't even get that much money. They
don't, but listen, the side jobs,
the powers there.
You man, I don't know if the audience know, but like even like that freaking the other clown, Hancock. You know what I mean? The guy that used to be the former health secretary, yeah. And you man, you saw what he was doing. He's
got zero tech, bro.
He hired the side thing. He hired her.
That is mad.
You know what I mean?
You don't remember?
Poor, fam.
You don't remember what he said? What was it? Nate Diaz said something on Twitter.
We're talking about Dominic Cummings. That wasn't him.
Are you sure?
That wasn't him. That wasn't him. That was Dominic Cummings. That was Dominic Cummings.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wait. So it was still an MP though?
No, Dominic Cummings was an advisor. He wasn't an MP.
Oh, was he not? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
So
but still mad though.
In case you don't know,
Like-
I don't know shit about politics.
That Hancock guy, the former health secretary, he was making like side deals, innit, and giving his friends contracts for the kind of COVID relief, the COVID relief and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like the kind of PPE kind of contracts, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
There's corruption all over the gap. And you saw recently, you know what I mean, with the whole Owen Patterson thing, you know what I mean, and the whole row about sleaze and all this kind of stuff, you know what I mean, and the second jobs and all that.
While we're talking about politics, because I don't want this thought to leave my head.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't really know much about politics myself,
Yeah.
but who is Sir John Major? Because that guy ran through the Somali community like a plague, bro. He had the support of every Mali parent ever. And do you know what the mad thing is, yeah? No, listen. He had our people in a chokehold. Because the thing is, they must have seen him as a success.
Sir
John Major.
There you go. Do you know what it was,
I used
Subz?
to say to my
It's
mom.
It's the name.
I used to say to my mum like something like, "Oh, can you buy me this Ferrari car or something like expensive at the time, innit?" She always just turn around and say to me, "What do you think I'm, Sir John Major?"
John Major.
Like,
But he's not even a sir. I don't even know if it's a sir. I don't even know if it's a sir. I don't
He's
think
got
so.
a sir.
I don't think, especially at the
He has
time
to
she
be
was
a
saying
sir,
that.
bruv.
Could you check that? But
me
I think
fact
he just
check
had
that
a
now.
he was
raw.
he was a funny looking guy.
He was a prime minister.
He is a Sir John Major,
you man, please, come on. You didn't know.
No, real talk. I used to always hear his name. I didn't know he was a prime minister.
Yes, Sir
You
John
man,
Major,
come on.
bro.
Well, are you embarrassing yourselves in front of the audience?
I'll say it with chest. I don't care about politics. I just don't care.
Hey, listen, I educate myself so I don't have moments like this, bro.
But that's why you're my friend, Hashim, man. I appreciate you, bro. You can fill me in on the
This
stuff
guy,
that I don't
this guy
listen to.
searches Sir John Major.
But listen, is after Thatcher?
Yeah.
After Thatcher, huh?
Thatcher was a monster.
So this is before Tony.
This is
Tony
Tony.
Blair, Gordon Brown, those are my
Goodness me.
guys, bro.
Goodness me.
Those are my guys.
You know
So
the thing?
don't say that out
Subz,
loud.
this is a quick one about John Major. I think it was a combination of he looked he had a unique look, I would say. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he had an interesting name. And when Somalis say his name, you know what I mean? John Major.
John Major.
John
Major.
Major.
Bro, I used to
It's
hear
just
that
funny.
name.
It just sounds funny.
John Major.
It's funny and
Growing up,
memorable.
bruv, as a child, bro.
You know what I mean?
So John Major. I said, yo.
Did he do anything for like? I don't know. You might not know because obviously you were a kid. But did he do anything for the working class people or something?
Not really. Not John. Not
Okay.
John Major.
So he was just
John,
he was.
he called him by.
To be fair,
I said,
to be
not
fair,
John.
you man, just generally, is this a general like consensus thinking, you man? Like, just remember the Tories don't do nothing for us, really.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? They
Yeah.
they only really just serve their own interests.
So this who do you think I am? Is John Major. It could have easily been anybody. It could have easily been who do you think I am? Tony Blair.
Nah, but this guy.
Hillary Benn,
here,
you know what I mean?
he
Yeah.
had
Anyone,
people in
yeah.
chokehold,
Huh?
but he ran. I think he ran between 1990 and 1997. innit?
Yeah.
yeah.
That's what I saw anyway.
Yeah.
That's
This
what I
guy
just
literally,
saw.
by the way, this guy literally just searched it now.
Sheikh
He
Google.
literally just searched it. Sheikh
I
Google,
got.
yeah.
No, I'm talking about.
You know what I mean?
bro.
Dr. Google, Professor Google.
Google,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, nah, he's yeah, man. Our prime minister. I don't know how people keep. Everyone's entitled to vote for who they want in it at the end of the day, but I don't know how people believe in this guy, bro.
Do you not think-
I don't know how he comes back in power like every 4 years or so.
Do you not think? I don't think that's about him. I think that's about policies and stuff. I don't think it's ever really
He's got
about.
the
Politics,
shittest
man.
policy.
I don't know. And I don't know actually. But do you not think we'll ever live through one of the mandem being in like a prime minister or a high level MP or something like that?
No.
When I say one of the mandem, I just mean
Our
like
time.
someone from like a background like similar to ours
My cousin,
that's worked in
my
politics.
cousin's a
and worked their
councillor
way
right
up.
now. My cousin's a Labour councillor right now
Yeah.
in Lambeth.
Because I know people who have studied
Oh.
politics and this and that and work on it.
I rate
Do you
that.
think that would
Yeah.
ever see something like that?
He's a councillor, but
Yeah.
you know what I mean. He has aspirations to be mayor, man. Shout out my cousin Mohammed Hashi, same name. You know what I mean?
Oh wow! Right.
Big
You
up
know what I mean?
Mohammed Hashim, man. You got
That
my
guy,
vote,
that guy
man.
is
Big you up, bro.
he's
If I-
he's
if I
Brixton
have to
Sutton,
I'm a
move
bad
Corner.
man.
You
If
know
I
what I
have to
mean?
move to Lambeth to vote for you, bro.
There you go.
I'm
You
a
know what I
bad
mean?
man.
Everyone vote for him.
Carry
You know
on,
what I mean?
carry on, bro.
You know what I mean? So he's trying his best. He's doing his thing. You know what I mean? That guy's been doing good work in regards to charity stuff like that. You know what I
Actually,
mean?
prove me wrong.
Shout out Brixton.
Prove me
Super
wrong.
Kicks.
Become PM so we can come back
There
and
you go.
clip
there you
this
go.
and
You
talk
get
about
me?
it again. Yeah,
But I just got to quickly shout out Brixton Soup Kitchen. And that's my. You know what I mean? My cousin's been
Brixton Soup
supporting that for a
Kitchen, yeah.
long,
Brixton
long
Soup
time.
Kitchen,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. You know what I mean?
Big up
Good
Brixton
shout out to him.
Soup
innit?
Kitchen, man.
You know what I mean?
Big them up.
I know.
Yeah,
You man, before we go.
Can we get off politics for real?
Yeah, we can get off. Before we go, you man, yeah?
Yeah.
Let's talk about, Will Smith. Because Mo's chucked a couple of things in the group about Will
Willard
Smith.
Smith,
You know what I
man,
mean?
he's in the gut,
And
man.
there's so many different things we can talk about. Yeah, we could talk about this all day, guys. We could literally talk about it all days. But the specific thing I want to talk about first is obviously, like, by the way, Mo said the greatest line about the fact that obviously, like, the whole Jada stuff and the whole entanglement, all this kind of stuff, the way she's been violating our guy. You know what I mean? The guy we grew up
I
with.
can't even
Will
call
Smith.
him my guy anymore.
You know what I mean? Just you feel embarrassed, innit?
I
I'm
feel
not
embarrassed.
See that entanglement, the entanglement part of
Not
that
'cause
all,
of
yeah?
that.
No, but you see the entanglement part of that all, yeah. I'm kind of letting that go because
Okay.
she did her thing. Apparently, Will did his thing too.
Of
yeah?
course.
So I'm gonna let
yeah,
that.
it is
But
what
my
it
thing is the way she speaks about him, who she speaks about him to, which is basically the whole world, and now the way he's moving.
Yeah. You're specifically talking about the fact that instead of saying for example, on Twitter and social media, instead of saying my husband, my baby, you know what I mean, my boo, you know what I mean,
Hide it, though.
she says,
Hide it.
congratulations, Will Smith.
The thing
Congratulations,
is,
Will Smith.
Congratulate her for the book.
yeah,
She's
but
like-
You didn't say baby, nothing.
nothing like,
She's
no,
like-
no, no, there's nothing there, bro.
That's
But my
ridiculous,
whole
bro.
thing is, even if I'm a dickhead, hide it, bro. If you think I'm a dickhead, if you
Yeah.
don't rate me, hide it. But don't be whacking it out on Red Table Talk, fam. She dragged him out of bed at 2 a.m. to do a Red Table Talk. He was tired. He was knackered,
This is
bro.
the entanglement one.
This the entanglement
This
one.
is
She
the early
Yeah, he
dragged
looked-
him out of
he
bed
looked
like
rough.
it was
The
time
early
for
one.
Fajr, bro. And she said to him, yo, you got to do this interview here, bro.
That's hilarious. But Mo said, you man,
That's a rude awakening.
just for the audience, Mo said the funniest line where it was one of those lines where a day afterwards, I'm brushing my teeth in the morning, I just start
line?
laughing to myself.
What, like,
What line
You know what I
was
mean?
that?
The Tupac line.
oh, Will Smith wants to dig up Tupac and kill him again.
He
Hates him, bro.
He hates Tupac.
He hates
bro.
Tupac, you know what I mean?
Yeah, she-
Imagine if someone was playing in the car like Picture Me Rolling or something like that. He'd be like, turn off.
Nah,
Turn
bro, she still got like posts notes of him and
By the way, she
listen,
continues to talk about him in interviews,
Right,
stuff like
right.
that.
You
The
know what it is?
thing
I'm be
is-
real with you, yeah. I think she don't rate him in it. I don't think she rates him personally, and I think it's actually because he's too nice.
By the way,
There's a rapper, right, from is either she was in one of the girls from Salt and Pepper,
yeah,
or it was another group, I can't remember.
Yeah.
All right, or it might have not been a rapper, it might have been one of the girls from SWV. I can't remember. Anyway,
SWV.
yeah.
Cold.
Anyway,
Cold.
very cold. One of this girl in an interview a few years ago was like, Will Smith, like, kind of basically saying we went on a date and stuff like that, and like
yeah.
one time I saw him, a homeless man, like, kind of asked for money, and Will gave him like a nice bit of balance, and he was just such a nice guy.
Yeah.
But I couldn't F with that. I needed that kind of like.
This is why.
Oh, that bad boy.
And she said she kind of. I think she said she regrets it, kind of, whatever. I just think that Jada went from a 2-pack
to a Will.
who was actually a very sensitive person,
He was.
but
He
like
was.
he showed himself as a, you know what I'm trying to
Yeah.
say, and then went to Will Smith where he's always showed
Brother.
himself as the very nice.
By the
guy.
way,
and I feel bad for the brother, man.
you know,
'cause,
like Will Smith's one of those guys where like, even in terms of like his movies and stuff like that, and the way he kind of like markets himself as the good guy, he always wants to be the good guy. He never wants to play a villain.
yeah, I think he hates it. Yeah.
Like that guy, he was the first choice for Quentin Tarantino to be Django Unchained.
Django, yeah.
You know what I mean? But how can my guy say, "Oh, violence can't be the answer. Love has to be the answer"?
It's acting.
You know what I mean?
Get on with it,
Come
man.
on, man.
He was meant to be Keanu in Matrix.
Exactly.
was
Yeah.
meant
He
to
said.
be,
He said, "I don't think it would be." You know what I mean?
Not Keanu.
He's
He was
going-
meant to be
he's-
Neo.
he's
Neo.
going,
Yeah.
like,
He
the
didn't want to.
thing
He
is,
didn't want to
like-
like be in any kind of violent moves or anything like that. It's so weird, bro.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, I feel
He's
like
missed out on so many amazing
he's,
roles.
He's going downhill, man. With all of this shit that he's revealing, it just makes
Talk
him,
about,
it
you
makes
know-
it look
Do you
Well,
mad.
thank
do
you,
think,
Subz.
You don't think it's a. You don't think something's happening to him though, do you?
Nah.
I hope not, you know. Because,
Nah.
no, but this is just out of like ever since the whole.
Are you talking about the whole vomiting and gagging thing he was talking about?
Oh yeah, man. That's
That
No,
was-
what I'm saying is like, do
Ugh.
you not think like he needs therapy and to step away right now, or do you think it's like he's just saying some stuff?
he needs to
You
step
man,
away.
he was revealing some. He's revealed some mad stuff in his book, by the way.
Because this rollout for this movie is mad. That he's got bare interviews, bro. So,
By the way,
but for me, it's like, why are you revealing some of these things, bro?
Did you
Like,
hear what he said about his dad? He said obviously my dad used to kind of like beat me and stuff like that, and he
Yeah.
had such anger to his dad that when his dad was very sick in it later in his life, he said I had the chance to like kill him in it.
kill him,
I had the chance to throw him down the stairs. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
stuff. I'm
he's a
thinking,
nice
yo,
guy,
keep
so
that to
Like,
yourself.
he got a bit too honest with some things, and I was just like, oh, bro.
But this is the weird thing, as you mentioned, Hash. Yeah, he's always perceived himself. Or,
Try
or
to
put
try to
himself
show
out
him,
there
yeah.
that he's a good guy, and when things like this come out, it's a bit of a shock. Like if I heard, I don't know, let's bring Tupac back. Let's bring him back alive. Yeah. If Tupac said something like that, bro, I wouldn't be shocked, bro. I'd say this is in his nature. He's a piece of shit.
Yeah, he should have
know
allowed
what I
himself
mean?
to make
But-
mistakes early, innit?
I'm not saying Tupac's a piece of that sounded mad. Fam.
No, I know what you're
That sounded
saying, though.
kinda
You know what
mad,
I mean?
you
No,
know,
no,
what's
no,
the
no, no.
line?
Let me take that back.
Take that
man.
back.
I can't speak ill of the dead.
Mm.
But like my whole thing, this is why I don't like glamorize or whatever you want to call it, celebrity couples, because you don't know what happens in the background.
I think they've
And
got
a lot of these couples,
relationships.
like them being together, helps their brand.
Yeah.
It brings in the money.
I
There
think they
you
have the
go.
worst
That's
relationships.
it.
That's what
I
I'm
think
trying
they
to
have
say.
the worst
You don't know
relationships,
what
yeah.
happens in the background,
Yeah.
bro. So when I think of these other couples like Beyonce, Jay-Z, or like the Beckhams or whatever it is, for me, I say to people,
And
what
you hear
see on
madness
the
about them.
camera-
You hear madness about
That's what
them.
I'm saying. What
Apparently
you see on the
they
camera don't
they
matter.
sleep in separate yards, separate beds, all this
That's
kind of
what I'm saying.
madness.
That's what I'm
You know what I
saying.
mean?
You can't glamorize that, man. That's why, like, for me, social media, like, even kind of not going off on a tangent, but linking it to that, like, I don't believe most of what I see on social media. Like, it doesn't excite me, or it doesn't make me want something if I see someone with something. Because there's been times where I've been with guys who on social media perceived to be very successful,
Yeah.
rolling around with the latest watches, the
Latest whips,
cars.
innit? Yeah.
But you really know these guys in person. You know, like they're when it comes
Yeah.
to the watches, they're grabbing their boy's watch. They take a picture of it. They post on social media. Take that watch off.
Yeah.
Give it back to their boy.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So
Image gang, innit?
image, yeah. Like, so I don't really believe what I see on social media.
To
man.
each their own, man. It's all two different realities, isn't it? It's like,
Exactly.
yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Social media is a bad place, man. The other day, so, there was a tweet everyone was like posting, like someone was like, "Oh, how much did you put aside, like in a budget for your missus kind of thing?" Did you see this? And the girl was like,
"Okay, was mad.
Bro." And the way she typed it up, it was like, "I think that this." Basically, she said 20% of my man's budget for the month should go to the missus.
Not missus,
just girlfriend. Yeah, just girlfriend. Even if I've been with you like a week so far, whatever. Gifts and dates and all of that for that month, 20%. I don't even get 20% of my own earnings, bro. The amount of bills and shit, bro.
The tax is already 20%.
Crazy, bro.
Bro, rent, everything. You know what I mean? Insurance.
Safe, man. Like,
nah, it's mad, man. It's mad. Social media is it's not a real place.
It's like when I see stuff like that, I'm like, okay, Twitter's fake. But there are some, social media's fake. But there are some things where you're just like, okay, this can be translated into.
Yeah.
I think what it really is like, social media is reality. It's just amplified to the point where it's not anymore.
Like even with I saw like obviously the whole thing with Dave Chappelle. People saying, "Yo, Dave Chappelle needs to be cancelled. He is cancelled. This or that." Yeah. First of all, if there's any celebrity that I have to mention that can't get cancelled, I think 99.9% of celebrities can. But Dave Chappelle to me is the only celebrity you can never cancel.
He's transcended, yeah. He's
as in it doesn't matter to him because, all right, you effed his money. Like he walked away from that multi-million-pound contract. Like it doesn't matter to him.
He's already done this before.
You can't take anything away from him.
A person who's not a slave to the money, you can't control him.
That's what I'm saying.
You can't control that person.
When people are saying he's cancelled, but then I see a video of a show that he's doing, and the queue was just all the way around the block.
Yeah,
bro. Not all trans people are pissed at him.
Yeah.
It's not even all trans people, bro.
Exactly.
And then, was this the Dave Chappelle thing? It might have been the Dave Chappelle thing. Was someone was like, the LGBTQ CEO has said he's cool now, basically. Since when does the community have a CEO, bro?
They have a CEO. But by the way, one thing about...
And why does he speak for everyone?
Do you know what's mad? Do you know what's mad, yeah? Just imagine, if marginalized groups, were as kind of like organized and kind of schooled and like they were so kind of like engaged and mobilized as the LGBTQ community. Imagine if the black community, if the black community were as engaged, in the movement, in the betterment of themselves, stuff like that. Imagine that for a second, you know what I mean?
It's the aim, innit? Yeah, man.
It's incredible, you know what I'm saying? It's incredible how organized they are and stuff like that, and how
they
mobilize.
The thing is, like,
compared to like the black people, you know what I mean?
For me, like,
black community.
even with that, like,
for example,
that, like, say the black people, you got Black History Month, and they're teaching you about Black History Month every year. It's the same thing. They're going to tell you about Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks. They're going to tell you about all of these people. Yeah. But people, that is important as well. You need to know about those figures. But you also need to be educated on the other stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like the other forms of racism and how it affects like the black community, for example.
Yeah. Where it comes
and
from.
How, do you know what I mean? Where it comes from. Yeah, man. What they're like, how it's still present today, how it still affects people today, and how we can come up with a solution. Yeah. So for me, you're right, bro. Like it needs to be better organized, and the information that's being put out there. Yeah. That needs to be better as well, man. It's not good enough at the moment, but obviously I don't want to go back into that topic, but yeah, just kind of going off your point.
Oh, fair enough.
It's hard to. Yeah, it all takes time, man. Like, it's hard to. But like, there's like you said, like the black community. Why aren't we like this and stuff like that? But then there's also the LGBTQ community where they're like they have opposing views themselves. Yeah. About the thing that they're fighting for too. Yeah. So it's like there's kind of divisions.
There's nuance. There's divisions. There's a great area in all these things.
Like it's so hard to say. You're never gonna get 100% of everybody to support this one thing. So.
By the way, just for the audience, as much as we've been bad mouthing social media and stuff like that, you know what I mean? Please make sure your favorite, you like, you know what I mean? You subscribe, you know what I mean? Yeah. And a big thing which would all be very, very grateful for is if you can leave some 5-star reviews, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that'd be great. I mean? That would help us. That would help a lot.
To help bump up, you know what I mean, in the algorithms
and likes
things like
and those things there,
obviously for those people that are going to be tuning in next week and the week after, our boy Mo is not going to be available.
Oh yeah. So we start a
He decided
podcast,
to
you man.
take a holiday.
You man, we start a podcast. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And,
very
you know what I mean?
early on.
First 2 weeks
In his
in, you know what I mean? He
probation
thinks,
period.
let me take a holiday. You know what I mean?
Probation. Have you ever been hired somewhere? Yeah, I'm talking to you, Hash.
Yeah.
I didn't want to say it to you.
Yeah.
Have you ever been hired somewhere? You're in your probation period and you decided to take holiday?
Yeah. Can I take 2 weeks, please, boss?
Yeah, I just started last week, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
Well, hold on a
I'm gonna
second.
Kim. I'm gonna get out.
Probation
Hold on. When you lot apply for somewhere, don't they ask you, have you got any holidays lined up?
No. You're about to get a job.
Chat shit.
A brand new job. A brand new job.
You're telling me what?
Bro, a brand new job.
You've never been.
They do.
A brand new job.
Huh? Wait, hold on. Stay quiet. Brother's talking.
Yeah.
Go ahead, brother Subz.
Yeah, they do.
Go ahead.
They
tell
do.
him.
Yeah.
I've never heard that.
Goddamn right they
Never
do.
heard that. Never heard that.
Goddamn
Never
right
heard
they
that.
do.
You know, I'm dying on the hill,
They do.
man.
They
I'm
gonna
dying on the
ask
hill.
you that damn question,
No, they're
boy.
not.
But
No,
obviously
they're
we've got some.
You better get it right.
Nah.
We got some exciting guests though coming. Like some really big guests coming to fill the shoes those weeks.
Yep.
So,
And
yeah.
also we'll have guests. You know what I mean? You know what I
Moving
mean? Going
forward,
forward
yeah.
anyway.
Yeah, in general,
Yeah,
yeah.
in general, you know what I
We'll
mean?
try to get
Yeah.
guests in. So
Even when Mo is eventually back. Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah,
okay.
man. Sorry, guys, but I don't think they care yet, man. So
They- I
No,
care,
they
bro.
I care.
That's
I
what
care.
mine
I
is.
care a lot. You know what I mean?
I
And
appreciate it.
they'll
man.
care very, very soon.
I
you know what I mean?
appreciate it. But I wrote it in my application, bro.
You wrote it in the
I
application.
wrote the dates
missed
in my
that
application,
part, bro.
dude.
Definitely missed that in all the meetings we had.
I wrote that down, dude. Let's go.
Anyway, guys, I mean, we'll end it there.
So funny. Some guy was I was watching a podcast and the guy was imitating like the guy who got life for the Armado Aubrey thing. He's like, "How y'all gonna arrest me, dude?" They're very shocked. They're like, me, I'm a wild man. Nah, man, that shit. Was
Oh my
hilarious.
days, that's
His
hilarious.
dad was like, "Woo!"
God damn. Anyway,
Yeah,
it's been
man.
an absolute pleasure, guys. You know what I mean?
Been a pleasure.
Love.
We'll see you all next week again. Remember, support the podcast. You know what I mean? Continue to support the podcast. Leave as many comments as you can on a YouTube video. You know what I mean? All feedback is welcome and appreciated. So,
Damn right.
all right, guys.
We out.
We out.
Can't lie.